Hello and welcome to Rauta's Reviews. Today's band is Dragonlord. What a great name for a role-playing game, book, or whatever in that section. But when it comes to metal band, especially black metal music, is that really a good name for a band? Let that sink in for a bit. Now, those of you who don't know what Dragonlord is, well, it's a side project by Testament guy Eric Peterson, and well, now it's time for their third album. Now, Dragonlord was already basically created already in the 90s, but it took until year 2000 when Eric Peterson decided to go full blown with his own black metal pet project, and that's what Dragonlord is all about. Now, the first two albums came out already quite quickly, I think 2001 and 2005, but it took like 13 years to finish this one, the third album, which we have here, called Dominion. So let's do a little bit unboxing, and I'm gonna show you what lies in with this album. Here's the CD, by the way, released by Spinefarm Records, a Finnish company for a American black metal band. Kind of a curious thing, isn't it? Now, this booklet, I managed to destroy it, it seems. I'm trying to get it. It's quite thick and actually quite annoying in that sense. So, this album is all about being kind of a so-called symphonic black metal. Here's the CD inlay picture and the backside. I'm not just gonna take it out. You'll just have to live with this. And obviously the booklet, which is, by the way, done with nice cover, is the rest of the band. Inside we have more interesting imagery and of course lyrics, some cool art inside, not just your typical black and white with lyrics and whatnot type of stuff, but more art than your typical release, whatever the metal genre. So, Dragonlord was basically a symphonic black metal band, but it's not just that. It's clearly that there are lots of thrash metal vibes. There are some kind of a traditional heavy metal vibes, but at the same time, it's also black metal. To be it kind of a simple way, to put it kind of a blunt way, one could say this is an American version of Dimmu Borgir, the Norwegian black metal success that is known for its majestic, bombastic symphonic parts, lots of keyboards, melodies, and all that stuff. However, Dominion sounds more like a 90s album when it comes to the production, the way that the songs are done, and just the general feeling is very 1990s stuff. So it's kind of a retro-ish, and at the same time it's also a little bit modern. This is an interesting combination as such because it kind of sums up two different eras. You know, the modern way of creating black metal, which is kind of third wave, if you will, has very little to do, as you know, with the Nordic 1990s black metal boom, when every Norwegian band, Swedish band, and even some Finnish band and other European bands were creating black metal, you know, in a big mass of different styles, but then again also having these kind of local colors, if you will. But nowadays, since things have moved much more forward, it's more kind of a diverse how the black metal is turning out. And Dragonlord is a weird kind of combination, and in a good way weird, that it's also at the same time, like I said, a modern album, you know, very modern production, and at the same time it also had these synth parts and, you know, compositions which is just like a throwback thing. Now, Dominion is clearly done with a lot of skill and, I guess, passion to some extent. But it's also clear that these 13 years didn't exactly help creating a masterful album. Don't get me wrong, this is a rather good album than mediocre or bad one, but it has some slight, say, flaws, which then again is something that might distract some of the audience, and for some people this might not just be the type of an album which is just like, whoa, yay, good. The thing is that it feels like there are too many trash vibes. And one could even say that they are kind of a Testament leftovers, which were just put into Dragonlord. And as a result, it kind of creates this vibe that it's not recycled material, but kind of a leftover. The material is kind of a, how to put it, they are not all compatible. On the other hand, the melodic flow, the symphonic stuff is just, kind of a beautiful to listen to because it's kind of a big and all that stuff. But at the same time, these trashy things don't they don't sound like they're supposed to be there. And as a result, the album feels a little mismatch of things, and as such, it's not that good of an album. But it would be dishonest for me to say that I don't like what I hear, because actually the outcome is like rather pleasant to listen to. But it's one of those albums which is kind of hard to find their place. It's not like, yeah, I'm just gonna listen to this when I wanna go full blown with symphony stuff. I'd rather go with latest Dimmu Borgir. I might go even non-black metal when I go symphonic stuff. And when I just wanna go for more melodic stuff, I wanna maybe have more aggression, more guitar-oriented stuff than this one, because it's just weird case of a hybrid. But I don't know, this is just my opinion, how I feel about the album, and if you think you are into symphonic, even trash vibey, melodic symphonic black metal album, then you should totally check out this. If you have loved Dragonlord previously, then there's no question about it. Totally check out Dominion, who knows, it might be your next big thing. But those who are not aware of what this band is all about, I suggest you go for the samples, you go for streaming services or whatever, and figure out if this is your cup of tea. It's a kind of tough cookie to like, but once you get into that taste, maybe you will not let it go as soon as after the first track. So give it a chance, check it out, and let me know what you think. Thank you for watching this Rauta review. See you soon with more stuff. Signing off. Bye bye.